All right, Shalom, Shalom, Shalom. All right, want to give honest good space due to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Kakadash, double honors, pastors and elders, bishops as well. Peace of Akim that's doing this work on the four corners of the earth. I'm Brother Dewey from GMS Detroit Bar Camp. And there was a storm. If you, what was it? Yeah, Monday. I'm just getting hip to it. But hey, it's worthy of doing a video. Cause hey, we up here. Hey, the scriptures talk about storms, right? And so yeah, about storms. All right, so hey, it's worthy, But also, let me do one more thing, right quick. Yeah, disclaimer of 1976. This is only for educational purposes only. All right, and so I'm not getting paid off of this. This is like I said, this is only for educational purposes only, and that's it. So back to this video. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and play it and get to some scriptures.
Wisconsin resident Autumn Willett left work for her lunch break on Monday when things suddenly took a turn for the worse. Take a listen. You're looking at some of the dash cam video that came in out of parts of Wisconsin. This was as that tornado moved across the region. You can see the trees and the power poles being toppled over across the area in Appleton as this all unfolded. You would think this was the afternoon, but as I mentioned, this was Autumn's lunch break during the middle and early half of the day. Now, the chaotic moments are just a part of that major tornado that rolled throughout parts of the area, snapping those power lines and along her path. Autumn now joins us on the phone with her terrifying account. Autumn, it's so great to talk to you, especially after what the start of this week looked like for you. Were you actually trying to pull over as the storm kind of moved through? Tell us what was happening here.
Yeah, so I was just driving back to work, and not even 10 seconds before that, the sky was dark, but there was no rain, no wind. All of a sudden, it just came out of nowhere, and I was trying to pull into a parking lot to get safely off the road, and the lines came down, and I actually stopped right next to the parking lot I was trying to get into.
This was just such a close call. I know that you said that you were leaving for your lunch break. Were you intentionally leaving to try to beat the storms, or did you know the storms were coming through? Did you already hear the tornado warnings? Walk us through that process.
So I had checked the radar before I left work, and it said the storms were still 25 minutes out, and at that point it was just a severe thunderstorm, which, we have those around here. And I had been gone maybe 10, 15 minutes at the max. So I left thinking I had time to get, where I needed to go and back. And I was on my way back within about a mile of where I work, and it just chaos.
Yeah, it happened so quickly. We are so thankful that you were safe, you were okay. But was there any damage to your car? You were moving pretty swift out there.
So my side mirror came off, and then I do have scratches all along the passenger side where you can see that the wires had actually hit my car.
What was your thought process to seeing, the power lines come down? Did you think to yourself, my goodness, these are probably still live? How did you finally try to escape out of this scenario between those power lines?
Honestly, when it happened, I don't know. I guess I don't know what took over. I stopped the car and immediately called 911. But I was, I couldn't help but wonder, how do I get out of this? Like, what do we do? Where do we, what's going to happen?
Yeah, has this ever happened to you before or in your community? Is this something that you've seen for the first time on Monday?
This was the first for me, and hopefully the last.
Yeah.
But like I said, severe thunderstorms are common around here, but tornadoes are not so much. And I don't even think that anybody was expecting a tornado. I hadn't heard anything. I don't even remember hearing the sirens. They may have been going off, but I don't know that I ever even heard them.
Yeah, I'm sure seeing all of this damage across parts of Appleton is something that would shake you up quite a bit. How are you feeling afterwards? How are, your days removed now? And even, watching this video back, how are you feeling now?
Incredibly thankful that I made it out, virtually unscathed when there's so much devastation around me and so many people have lost everything. I'm just incredibly fortunate that this is just a small part of my story.
You were surely covered, especially looking at this video. I'm sure it was terrifying to go through, but we are so happy that you were on the other side of this. You were able to talk to us about,
Okay, I'll just leave it there. So yeah, hey, the Lord getting busy, Yeah, so yeah, hey, these storms is really coming through, hey, cause hey, we at the end of this thing. All right, what the hell just happened here? All right, we back on. Yeah, the phone was bugging out for a minute. But let me get these precepts. All right, Book of Isaiah, chapter 28, verses 2. Behold, the Lord has made has had a mighty and strong one, which as a tempest of hell and a destroying storm, as a flood, mighty waters overflowing shall cast down on the earth with the hand. All right, talking about the Lord's hand. Yeah, all right, get the next one. Isaiah chapter 29, verses 6. Thus shall be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquakes and great noise, with storm and tempest, and the flame of devouring fire. So hey, the Lord be getting down. Grab another one. Isaiah 30, verses 30. And the Lord shall cast his growling voice, all right, to be heard, and shall show aggressive voice to be hard, and shall show the lightning down of his arm with the indigenous of his anger, and with the flames of a devouring fire, with scattering and tempest and hailstones. So hey, these storms that you be seeing, hey, that be coming from Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai. And matter of fact, because some of these Jakes gonna get caught up in that too, which will be the 2/3, the ones that get their judgment, Matter of fact, grab something right quick. Because you're gonna have Jakes get caught up into this, All right, Jeremiah chapter 11, verse 14. Therefore pray not though for these people, neither lift up a cry, nor pray for them, for I will not hear them in the time that they cry unto me for their trouble. So yeah, you're gonna have 2/3, all right, of these Israelites that's gonna get caught up in these storms, all right. Especially when the men of the Lord been talking to him, hey, we at a time of hardcore judgment, things like that, we at the time of all these things happening, we at the end of this wicked kingdom, all right, which is called Babylon the Great, all right, we're very close to them forcing the MOTB, the draft, World War III, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua coming to take the earth back. All right. So with that, want to give honors, go as praise due to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, Ba'Shem Kakadash. Double honors, apostles and the elders, and under business as well. A piece of Akim that's doing this work. on the four corners of earth. Shalom.